again, everybody, and welcome back to Fugit's Blitz, and it's the Aces of the Week Gallery Part 2. Well, it's a little bit different. I'm slowly, like I said, I'm slowly catching up. All these are now from the month of May, and I received them over the last week. And first off, we've got a good friend of mine, CLANCOLONEX of the Clan Chop 2, rolling out in the IS-2 1945, the Russian Tier 7 heavy tank, premium tank, on the EU server, rolling out on Oasis Palms. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't particularly like this tank. Why don't I like this tank? Well, I think its pen is hit and miss. Sometimes it will pen, sometimes it won't. It's got a really long reload and an excessively long aim time. That's why I don't like it. Armor-wise, it's not too bad. And don't forget, I mean, in real life, this was the tank that was a sort of in-between between the KV-1S and the IS-3. And this is the first of the IS series, other than the IS itself. And it really did exist, but it's not being done that much justice, I don't think, in the game of Blitz. It just seems a bit sluggish. Not to worry though, okay, CLANCOLONEX clearly likes it. He's already done over 1,000 damage, he's taken a kill, and he's bouncing, and that's what you want in this thing. And like I said, I mean, when I play it, I generally struggle to... I mean, look at that aim time. I mean, it's just ludicrous. I mean, the aim time on this thing, I mean, look, it takes forever for that reticle to drop down. Unbelievably bad in that respect. And he's had to drop his adrenaline, and he's still on over 12 seconds for a reload, which makes this quite obscene at tier 7. Let's be honest. And it does struggle to pen. I mean, at the moment, CLANCOLONEX hasn't really struggled to pen, but when it faces off against some heavy tanks, boy, does it struggle. That's why I just don't get on with the tank. Now, it may not be the tank, it may be me. I mean, I've gone out and I've had some good games in it, but at the same time, oh boy, it's frustrated me. I mean, look at that. The dispersion is horrendous. You know, most of the tanks at this tier, you'd aim on that and think, yep, this is going in. Not with an IS-2 1945. It could go anywhere. And it's not, okay, it's a bit of a derpy gun, I admit, but it's not that derpy. You know, you're not talking massive amounts of damage. You're talking, you know, 350, 400 realistically. And I just think this tank struggles a lot. And it's a tricky tank to play. And it's tricky because of this gun. I mean, look at this display. I mean, it takes forever for that aim time. It really does. And I think, you know, you can't snipe in this thing. It's just not possible. Oh, he's not struggled to pen. I mean, that's the thing. I think he's running calibrated shells. I know I do, just to get that extra bit of oomph from this thing. And, you know, he's not struggling with the aim time. Sorry, with the reload time, realistically. He's put himself in a good... Oh, there we go. Bouncy, bouncy. And that's what this tank does best sometimes. It likes to bounce. He's done just shy of 2,500 damage. He's bounced just over 300. He's taken a kill and he's been in the thick of it. But there's just something about this tank. Okay, it's a good credit earner, don't get me wrong. Ooh, that was a nice shot into the front drive sprocket of that IS-3. And it is a good credit earner, but there's just something missing with this tank. And I did a review, and you can click on the link there, and I got slated because a lot of people do think this tank is good. I'm not one of those people. For a tier 7 heavy, I just think, you know, the aim time is just not right. It needs to be buffed aim time. And I suppose the reason it's not being buffed is because it would then make it possibly OP. No, I don't think it would make it OP. You know, I think the penetration values stop it from being OP. But anyway, back to CLANCOLONEX. He's after this Borsig. He's already taken 2 kills. He wants a third, and he wants to get that to 3,500, and he does, in spectacular style. Stick an HE straight into a Borsig, don't need to worry about the pen anymore, or even the aim time, and that's a well-deserved mastery on a really tricky tank. I'd like to thank CLANCOLONEX of the Clan Chop 2 for kindly sharing his replay. Next up, and sticking with the Russian heavy premiums, we've got the Tiger 345 of FTC1 rolling out in the K91, the Tier 9 heavy, which is, as I said, a premium, and it's again on the EU server. Now, this is another tank that, you know, is a hit and miss. When this tank first came out, I can't remember what it came out for now. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. In fact, I thought it was slightly OP. Mainly because I was going around the battlefield smacking everything to bits. But I think it's had a bit of a nerf since then. And it's not the tank it used to be. And where that shot went is anybody's guess. Now, it's an autoloader. It's got pretty trolly armor. The magazine load time is quite long, to be fair, for a Tier 9 autoloader. It's a heavy tank, so you know it's meant to be front-lining it to an extent, but do that at your peril. If you angle it correctly, then yeah, it's pretty bouncy. But if you get the angle slightly wrong, then you know most things will go through you like a very hot knife through melted butter. Hull down, it's not too bad. The turret is pretty bouncy indeed, and the gun, I mean, well, the gun is, as I said, is hit and miss. Sometimes it pens, sometimes it doesn't. The aim time's not too bad. The load between clips isn't that bad, to be fair. It's just the load between magazines. As you can see here, you know, he penned, didn't pen, penned. And it's a nice tank in that respect, but again, it's now a little bit sluggish. And as you see there, if you get the angle wrong, then things are gonna pen you. Depression-wise, well, it hasn't got any gun depression, let's be honest. Most Russian tanks don't, and this is no exception. Now, it's not really a front-line tank, not really. I mean, this is a second-line support, and the Tiger is playing it the way it should be played, in fairness, which is this second-line support. And if you've got the front, if you're supporting the big heavies, at this tier, you're going to get some big heavies. You're going to get, you know, E75s, IS8s. And, you know, if you go up into a tier 10 game like this, then you've got IS7s and E100s as well. So you can really support those tanks. And look at it, he's trying to give that IS7 a hard time. The 704's coming in to take him, but he manages to wipe out the IS7. Now he's brawling with the 704. Thankfully, he's put the 704 in a position that the 704 can't get him. Oh, now he's let the 704 turn. No idea where the 704 was aiming there, but he was aiming at something. And the Tiger's done what? Just shy of 2,500 damage. He's taken 2 kills, and here he goes. He's probably going to get another kill here. He's going to get it over 300 damage. 3,000 damage, yes, he has. And there you go. He gets a bounce off the 704 onto that turret, and somebody else comes to take him out. 1 tank left. He's taken 2 kills, 3,000 odd damage. He's bounced 1,300. He's done okay in this thing, because this is a tricky tank, guys. This is not an easy tank to play. And there we go. Game over. 5-0. And, you know, 3,500 damage, a shed load of credits, it's a good credit on it, and a well-deserved mastery. I mean, that's a really good game in a very tricky tank. So I'd like to thank the Tiger 345 FTC1 for kindly sharing his replay. Next up, we've got Black Raven from the clan J4F, rolling out in the Dicker Max, the German Tier 6 TD, a premium tank, again on the EU server. Now, for me, this is one of the most underrated tanks in Blitz. First off, it's got absolutely insane depression, and I mean insane. I mean, this thing will get it down to 15 degrees. I mean, it's just mad. A lot of people go on about the Star Emil, which is the TD up above this in Tier 7, and that's only got 13 degrees. I mean, this thing has got 15 degrees. And when this thing first came out as a premium, boy, did it suck. I mean, it was awful. Truly an horrendous tank. It was slow, the load time was like 10 seconds plus, and it was not a nice tank to play. But since then, it's been buffed a bit. Now it's got a bit of speed. Its armor has been slightly tweaked. It's still got 0 armor, but the load time has been reduced, which makes this tank very formidable indeed. Now, like I said, when it first came out, everybody struggled with this tank. now I see it in tier 6 tournaments because it's actually very, very good. And if you've got this tank and you haven't played it for a while, I mean, get it out. I mean, look at this. It just smacks the KV2 for a nice 200 odd roll. And you can do that. And look at the reload on this thing. I mean, it used to be like 10 odd seconds. Now it's next to nothing. It's like 6 seconds. And when you've got a gun this fantastic, boy, you know, you are formidable on the battlefield. Okay, you've got absolutely zero armor, but it's not meant to have armor, guys. It's, you know, it's a boxy TD, and it's the reason it's got 15 degrees gun depression is because it's got no blooming armor. You're meant to stick it down in these dumpy sort of bits and shoot away till your heart's content, and that is the idea of this tank. And this is what people forget. It's not meant to be frontlined. It's not meant to be stuck on top of a hill. It's meant to be down in a gully using the 15 degrees gun depression to poke over the top and smack what is ever in front of it. And it does that spectacularly, as you can see here with Black Raven. You know, he's now done 1,200 damage, he's taken a kill, and he's been smacking things left, right, and centre. The other thing about it is that the mobility is now a lot better, so you need to do what Black Raven's doing. You need to relocate, because if you get spotted and your position is compromised, everybody's going to target you and everybody's going to pen you. It's that straightforward. Okay, every now and then, if you're very lucky, you'll get a bounce, but you've got to be lucky. And as you see there, I mean, most things are going to pen you anyway. There's kill number 2. Now he's up to just shy of 1,500 damage. There's still 3 tanks left. What's he going to do? He's going to relocate. He's going to try and get onto this little mound here to smack that tank over there. And you can do that with this thing. I mean, look at the gun depression. That's absolutely brilliant. And, you know, the Tiger P is going to struggle. But he's not going to struggle to get the Tiger P. Look, boom, gone. Kill number 3. Now he needs to turn it around again because he's got a KV behind him. Come on. Oh, elevation's not that great, though. Gun depression's brilliant. And when you're churning out 275 at this tier, that's good, guys. Now he's going to chase him down. Oh, he's getting smacked from the back, as you do. Oh, bounce. God, that was lucky. That's a rarity. A bounce in a Dicker Max. Well, then again, it is a KV3. What's he going to do? Boom. He's gone. 1 tank left. 2 against 1. And thankfully, that tank has gone in that position over there, which allows him to go back to this little mound, peep over the top, and smack him with 15 degrees gun depression. And why not? That's what it's there for. There you go. Boom. Blang. Love it. I mean, poor IS. Come on, smack him again. Smack him up the engine. Come on. Oh, no, he turned. Smack him in the turret. There you go. Wow. Now he's up to 2,400 damage. It's 1-on-1, a Dicker Max versus an IS. Wow, this is one hell of a face-off. And you would say that your money would be on the IS, to be fair. But boom, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. IS, go on, shoot me. No, you can't. Wow. I mean, you don't see a Dicker Max brawling with an IS that often. To be fair, he's a one-shot to the IS. The IS just needs to put in a very nice high roll HE, and good old biggest Dickus is gone. However, don't underestimate the little TD at tier 6, because it's a good tank. Here we go. Boom, gone. Wow. Kill number 5. Wow. Unbelievable. I mean, 3,469 damage, shed load of credits, 5 kills, and a well-deserved mastery. I mean, that is just a fantastic game, guys. And I'd like to thank Black Raven of J4F for kindly sharing his replay. In fact, I'd like to thank them all. That goes out to the Tiger345 of FTC1 and CLANCOLONEX of Chop 2. That's been the guys. That's been the gallery. I've been Fujit. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I loved watching those masteries. By all means, guys, if you've got some decent replays, send them to me, fujitsblitz@gmail.com, or even join my Discord server, because that'd be nice, and you can upload your replays even easier. And by all means, comment, like below, and press subscribe, because that'd be even nicer. And until the next time, I'll say my usual stuff. Stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, because that's what it's all about. Having fun and being happy.